Hi everyone, how are you guys? Please like the stream. The donation list is up. That's who I have so far. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes for people to come in before I get started. Hi everyone, how are you? Cece, you could go ahead and start posting. Guys, please like the stream. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. Any plans for the weekend? For real, it was supposed to be rainy over here, but it hasn't been. So I don't know. Cece, post your questions, boo. We're waiting on you. All right, let's see. You're good. How's Danny doing? All right, let's see. Energy check on Danny. Spirit, how is Danny doing? I'll hopefully be back on camera tomorrow. I'm just relaxing. I've been sick the past few days. Had a stomach virus. Today's the first time I feel like I could even eat. All right. What's going on with Danny? How's Danny doing? We got the Hierophant. I mean, the High Priestess, the Page of Wands, the Nine of Swords. I feel like he's been keeping to himself in general. This could be him in his mind too, though, because I do have the Nine of Swords. I'm getting like anxiety, worry, fears, even depression. Okay. Also getting like insomnia. The Five of Wands is in the reverse, so I feel like he's trying to like avoid conflicts. So I feel like I honestly feel like these days he's kind of keeping to himself. Um, thank you, girls. Listen, them fucking stomach viruses, girl. Hell no, I don't ever. This is my first time having one, and I'm gonna tell you something. It is the worst thing ever. Hi, Anila. How are you, love? I didn't even get a chance to reach out to you because I've been so sick. So I feel like he's trying to avoid anything that causes conflict. He's just kind of wanting to be in a peaceful energy. So what I am getting is definitely keeping to himself for the most part. If he does talk to people, it's like here and there. Um, she tries to be home less and less. Why? Show me more. The lovers is here. The eight of cups. I don't even think he's like like seeing anyone romantically or even interested. What I'm getting is someone who is making a choice to like stay away. Um, girl, yeah. Like he's kind of just like leaving things behind. There's an energy of withdrawing. So I'm getting the energy I'm getting from him right now is withdrawing from everyone. Um, yeah. So that's because he's spending too much time in the house. So that's what I'm getting. Like he's spending less and less time around people, and that's usually a sign of depression. I'm not a doctor, but I know, like, to me, like, that's usually a sign of depression when you're just like feeling down and out, and maybe you're being a little bit aggressive. It comes out as depression too if you look it up, even anxiety. And I feel like that's what he's going through right now. Show me more on Danny. Yeah, the strength, the hermit girl. The main energy I'm getting is being alone, focusing on him. I'm also getting like a sense of like trying to regain his inner strength. I think that he kind of doesn't feel like himself, like his usual like strong self. So he's kind of just trying to regain that, and he feels like the only way he could do that is by keeping to himself. So I do see him keeping to himself mostly. Getting a lot of like lonely energy. Show me more, spirit. The King of Wands is here. The Two of Pentacles in the reverse. The Knight of Swords. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Three of Swords in the reverse. I feel in the near future he's gonna start letting go more of like that pain that he has. Right now he's like in recovery mode. Um I'm also getting, yeah, like recovering from loss is what I just heard from spirit. So I do see a positive change happening for him in the near future. But right now, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like him spending a lot of alone time, trying to find his inner strength, trying to like regain, like be back in alignment with himself. I think he's having a conflict within self. Kind of like when you have the angel and then the devil on the other side. That's what I'm getting from him. So I'm seeing a lot of spending time alone. Like, yeah, this feels like depression to me. Like I said, not a doctor, but that's what it sounds like to me. So that's what I'm getting. I feel like he's not even like romantically interested in anyone. He may not even be getting none. Okay, like just keeping to himself in that kind of way. Um, and then you want advice, just general advice, or like on his situation, on the situation with him. Let me grab my water. Not on him. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let me grab it, the other deck. All right. Advice for Cece. How's everything with this guy? Advice for Cece. All right. Anything? The Nine of Pentacles. For me, this is that card of like singlehood. It's the card of feeling independent, feeling self sufficient. I'm getting like, give me more. I want to see more. Yeah, so you know those signs. I mean, remember, there's signs, and then there's just us overthinking. So that's when you have to use your discernment. And it's crazy because I have the Judgment here, and I was gonna say needing to use your discernment when it comes to situations. I have the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Judgment. For me, it feels like the Six of Cups, for me in this picture, it feels like things are very innocent, or things that may look innocent, you have to look at them from a different perspective. With the Judgment being here, like entering a new phase in your life, remembering that you are independent, you're self-sufficient. Show me more. The King of Wands is here. um the King of Wands, because we're talking about advice for you, this for me feels like remembering that you're a leader, right? The King of Wands is a natural born leader. He knows what he wants, so he doesn't settle, right? When the King of Wands is single, he leaves the doors open. Like, that's why some people, you'll hear some readers say like, oh, you know, the King of Wands is sometimes a player. No, he plays the field when he's single. When he's in a connection, he does not. Because once he knows what he wants, he goes for it, right? So I feel like, because they mentioned your singlehood in the beginning, right? So just remembering that you're not really tied down to anything, so you can still keep searching for what you want. Don't tie yourself down because things feel or look good on the outside, right? And since you brought up the whole thing with the, like I was saying, there's signs and then there's stuff that we kind of make up. You know the difference, and only you will know what you're seeing. Remember, we read energy, but we don't. I always tell people, like, you know your situation firsthand, so go with what you know. The energy for me, his energy felt good, but if you're seeing signs of things that are not gonna be beneficial to you, then you know what you have to do. Um, or you know where to categorize him is what I was saying, right? Like, you'll know if he's just a fun time or a long time. Um, where's your license? Your own home, but I'm trying to not. Oh, so wait, he doesn't have his driver's license? Then he don't like to eat out. Maybe because he doesn't have money. You think it's because he doesn't have money? That could be it. So you have the devil and the temperance, and this is such an opposite energy. The devil is all about temptation, toxicity, um, codependency, um, attachments that sometimes are not healthy, right? And then the temperance is more of a card of like healing, taking things slowly, um, focusing on balance, doing things in harmony, doing things in moderation, like basically taking things slow. You have the Ten of Swords here too, which show me that Ten of Swords. I want to clarify these. See the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands. I think that your advice is to just take things for what they are. Don't overly stress yourself. Kind of like, and I think you got a message like this a while back, like where spirit is like your guides are like sending you signs, and you're ignoring them, and then you're finding yourself in a place where you're upset um when the signs were already there. So I think that this is coming up for you again. um like I said, we read energy, but you know what you're dealing with. Show me one more, because I want to clarify some stuff here. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is like about protecting your energy. Show me this Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. I feel like you're gonna see a positive change in your generally in your life coming up. Emotionally, if you've been feeling drained, that's gonna come to an end. So if you've been feeling a little emotionally drained or like emotionally unbalanced, that will come to an end pretty soon. Show me the devil. I want to see the devil here. The Ten of Pentacles. One more. With the Emperor. I feel like this this guy may bring up a conversation of like having a family soon. So just remember that, because I feel like that's a side note. Him bringing up having a family soon. Show me this Nine of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. If you also have any worries when it comes to the home, like your kids or like stability in the home, that's coming to an end too. Like Spirit saying, don't worry, things are working out in your favor. They want you to get grounded, and this could be through meditation, like through a walk, listening to music, like whatever makes you feel good. Because I think people always think that getting grounded is like, let me go touch grass, but for me that's not the case. Like listening to music sometimes grounds me, or like watching funny shit grounds me. So they're wanting you to get grounded too. um Show me the Knight of Wands. Yeah, that's a lot, because that means he's just trying to get on his feet, but you're way ahead of him, and so that makes sense. I will be a little side eyeing too. I understand you. I understand you. It's not just small shit. This is like important shit. So yeah, I feel like Spirit saying keep exploring. To be honest, yeah, the Judgment. So again, the Judgment is showing up for you. So this is all about listening to your inner calling. Um, I'm also getting redemption. So it's like I feel like Spirit saying like all the bad shit that you've been through, like you will get your rewards from it, right? So like your blessings will come tenfold is what I want to say. So don't think that it's all bad luck. You just have to learn how to cut things off ahead of time before they become draining. And you have the Nine of Cups here with the Nine of Wands. I feel like Spirit saying to be like protective of your goals, your dreams when it comes to money, family, romantic partners, um, career. I don't know if I said career, but like, just anything, a car, a this, that, like whatever goals you have, kind of protect them for now. Don't get too ahead. You could get ahead of yourself, but don't let people in on them. Because I feel like there's a need to protect you at this point. Um, I feel like most of this is like getting grounded. So you can really like see things even more clear. And remember, there's always going to be situations that we don't like, but Spirit's going to make us see clearly, even if we don't want to. So you just have to be able, is like they say, you can take the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink it. So that's what I feel like Spirit's saying. Like they can keep giving you the signs, but if you don't take them, then they can only do for so much. So that's what I'm getting, Cece. I feel like you may have a little bit of sleepless nights coming up. So try to clear your mind before you go to bed. Be mindful of like what you're thinking of, because it could affect your sleep. So that's what I have for you, Cece. I've been feeling very overwhelmed with life of keeping a whole house home alone for. Oh yeah. Oh, he already talking kids. Oh yeah. He see. I'm sorry. I'm just reading this. I have the rose colored glasses on. Yeah, and it's hard because it's hard. Just don't ignore the signs. Let me grab this charger. I didn't even know my phone was about to die. Yes. Hi, IJ. How are you? Yeah, get grounded. All right, Jess, you can post. And thank you, Cece. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, RJ. Thank you. Jess, how was the concert? How will Jay feel when he sees Jess's new IG post? This is gonna have him contemplating a lot. I had the Three of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. He's definitely feeling like coming towards you. Um, I feel like he's also like he enjoys seeing you do things, like you doing things that make you happy. He enjoys that. So he finds like joy in that, but I'm definitely getting wanting to reunite with you. He's acknowledging that this is there's mutual attraction here. So he's definitely feeling very attracted to you. He's definitely feeling like the connection is still very much alive. And with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like he's contemplating on putting the hard work. He wants to see some type of results here, but he wants to make sure that they're sustainable. Like he doesn't want them to be short lived. I have the Knight of Cups, so this tells me he's wanting to follow his heart. He's feeling very romantic towards you. Um, he's feeling. I feel like he's in his head, but it feels like when you're a child and you just have this crazy imagination. Why would I say child? Because I have a crazy imagination now. But if you are someone that has a crazy imagination, that's how he's feeling today. Like he's just imagining things. He could be visualizing things without knowing what this stuff is. But I also feel like he feels like you look very beautiful. Yeah, and he's wanting to come in and follow his heart with some type of proposal, like trying to come in as the knight in shining armor. Okay, I have the King of Swords, so he is trying to be. It's funny because he's trying to be a little head over heart, but he just can't help it because we have three cards with cups here that show a lot of emotion. But to me, also tells me he's trying to come in being more truthful, more honest, more clear, um, more reliable, being more of a leader. But I'm also seeing being trying to be disciplined, and I think that he may feel a little horny. I'm gonna say it, a bit of horniness, and I think he's just trying to be like respectful. You have the Star, so I do see him feeling again like hopeful, very calm, very peaceful. Again, like I feel like he enjoys that. He enjoys when you enjoy things that when you're enjoying things that make you happy. Anything else for it? The Devil in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like he's trying to like release himself from like temptation because he doesn't want to come in as a horny person. He doesn't want you to think that he's just act like wanting to be sexual. I had the Ten of Swords with the Ace of Wands. So this tells me that he's like putting an end to like any past wounds and just ready to take action. So I feel like the post in general has him feeling like he's ready to take action. Like if he hasn't felt ready, he does now. All right, your next one was coming towards you. Okay. Wait, what happened? Yeah, people are crazy. Was it standing room, just the concert? Or was it like, or were you just did you have floor seats? Okay, standing room. Yeah, those are fun because you get to see. I'm assuming she's a fairly new artist, or maybe not as popular because that's usually what they do. I remember seeing the singer Miguel. I saw Miguel like three times before he like really really blew up, and each venue got bigger for sure, and it was insane. All right, so let's see, Jess. What's coming towards Jess? I have the Queen of Pentacles, the Devil in the reverse. Hi, Diamond. I'm good. How are you? The Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this has to do with your money. So I'm seeing new opportunities in when it comes to career or finances. You could be entering like going towards a new venture, kind of You're releasing limiting beliefs and releasing like your limited self, right? The Queen of Pentacles lets me know you're being more nurturing with yourself. I'm seeing you being more reliable, and I'm seeing you being more financially secure. So financial security is showing up for you. The Fool, the Three of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting new beginnings for you in general, but you feeling like you're gonna be feeling very optimistic and willing to take leaps of faith is what I'm getting. Like you're feeling very optimistic and you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna trust my gut. I'm gonna trust my guides and I'm gonna just go for it. Like very spontaneous energy. Um yeah, I'm getting new opportunities for you. You have the Three of Wands, so this tells me there's some manifestations or things that you've been putting out into the universe or to God or your guides that are going to be coming towards you. So they're saying just sit back, relax, it's coming in. A lot of forward movement here, a lot of expanding. I feel like your Etsy shop is gonna start. You're gonna expand it even more. Um, you got the Three of Swords in the reverse, so I feel like this goes hand in hand with that Devil in the reverse, like releasing negative self-talk, releasing negative beliefs, releasing limited beliefs, and again, just feeling more and more optimistic. Um, you have the Wheel of Fortune with the King of Cups. Is this him? Yeah, I got the Seven of Pentacles. Spirit saying he is still coming in, and he will be showing up. When he shows up, he's gonna be um emotionally in tune with himself. So like you know how like in the last spread he came out with like still trying to be a little head over heart. When he does finally come in, it's gonna be the total opposite. He'll be more heart over mind. So and ready to build with you slowly, put that hard work in because they showed up again the Seven of Pentacles. So that's what I'm seeing, Jess. All right, thank you, Diamond. And just, I'm gonna let you know when we're gonna close because I'm definitely gonna close before. I'm gonna be off before 5, so it's not a short live, but it's not gonna be a long live. You're welcome, Jess. Thank you. Who is next? Sun card. All right, Sun card. You can post. All right, so I'm gonna answer that for you, Sun card. But I usually don't go off of another person's readings. I've been getting, well, I have been getting away from that because I don't like to read on something that I didn't pick up on. But I'll answer this for you to see what comes out. But just so you guys know, everyone here, yeah, I don't want to read off of something that someone else picked up on. But I got you. Let's see. Do you see me choosing another option over M? So let's see. So Spirit, Sun card has been hearing about her having options at this wedding. So you see me choosing another option over M. Let's see. No problem. The Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Empress in the reverse, and the Ten of Swords. So if there is, I just want to clarify, will there be other options at the wedding for Sun card? I got the Knight of Cups, the Hangman, the Six of Swords. There could be, but what I'm getting, if there is, I don't feel like you'll be interested because we got the Seven of Wands, which talks about a challenge. This does talk about competition too. So maybe like multiple people that spark your interest or you spark their interest, but I see you kind of like holding back. The Four of Cups lets me know you're kind of like contemplating but feeling disconnected. So I feel like even if people were to talk to you, you're gonna feel a sense of boredom. Um, Very uninterested energy is what I'm getting. You're just like, yeah, no, that's not the cup that I want. So no thanks. Do I feel like you'll still speak to them? Yes, but I think that as you're in the conversation or like maybe getting to know, you're just like, yeah, no, I'm not interested. Um, with this Page of Wands, I do feel like you're going to come to a point where you're going to possibly start exploring other options, even if it's not from this wedding. Like, I just feel like you may start to feel a little bit more free about exploring other people. Um, but you're feeling excited, is what I'm getting. With the Empress in the reverse, I do see a bit of like indecisiveness, maybe even feeling a little overwhelmed. I'm also getting a bit of lack of focus. So I feel like you may not. Yeah, I feel like when the wedding, like, I don't know, I feel like when it comes to the wedding, you may not be focused on other options. I feel like it's going to be harder for you to focus on other options if he's in the same room, if that makes sense. You do have the star here with the Ace of Cups. So I feel like ultimately you're in your outcome, you get your wish fulfillment, whether it's with him or someone else. But I feel like, yeah, at the wedding, you're not going to be very interested in other people. But do I feel like you'll eventually maybe want to start exploring other options? Yes, because I have the Page of Wands. And that to me lets me know, like, yeah, I'm ready to be outside again. So that's what I have for you, Sun card. Hi, Gabriela. Okay, thank you. Um, just put a pause on the list. Is Zelle working? Because I know Zelle wasn't working today. Let me see. You could say the second one. Sun card. That's cool. You're welcome, my love. Yeah, I'll say the second one. I'll most likely be back tomorrow, because I had hair clients, but I'm gonna reschedule them because there's no way. Gabriela, did it go through on your end? Because I know Zelle was down. Because I know two of my clients tried to send money, so I don't know if it's on my end or if it's just Zelle all in general. All right, I got you. I got your Sun card. All right, let me see. All right, Spirit, show me for Sun card. Will she? be. Do you see her walking away from M in the future? The star is here. I feel like some type of hope is returned. The Four of Cups. I just shuffled these, and actually, I picked up a different deck. The Page of Cups. All right, so I do feel like some type of hope is returned in this connection, right? But I do see you feeling disconnected again, right? But then he comes back in. So I feel like what could happen, and this is the perfect time for you to know this because you can change this energy. You may get some hot and cold energy from him. So remember, whatever you decide now that is true is what you will receive in the future, basically. So, and I'm gonna give you an example how crazy the fucking 3D is because I literally I scripted something, right? A little girl name that came to my mind while I was meditating. And I said, I'm going to write this down. I'm going to script about it. This is going to be my child's name, right? I'll convince the dad at some point. And no bullshit, that was probably like a month ago. This is not a common name. This is not it's not a, well, I would say it's kind of rare because it's not a common name. But it's not a name that we've never heard before. No lie, I was watching one of those Instagram pop like little shows that show up on your timeline, and I was just like, let me see what it is. When the guy asked the girl what her name was, and she said that name, I was like, that's crazy. So I say that to say that whatever you decide today is what will happen in the future, right? Like your 3D is just basically like conforming to what your thoughts are today. So, like I say, the 3D is last month's news. What I am getting is that I feel like you make it like a little bit hot and cold energy from him, and you start to feel a little like, I don't know what I want to do. Should I start exploring? Um, but I feel like then a happy surprise happens with him. He gets very curious about you. He is curious about you, is what I feel now. The World is here, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. The World for me is in this aspect when it comes to like your question, it could go either way. So I will say you've helped me a lot when it comes to manifesting. Girl, let me tell you, I've been doing this other program. I can't wait to like, I'm probably gonna do my memberships more closer to like June because I wanted to learn something, and I'm like, it's even hard for me to say the 3D is catching up. Like I felt like my heart almost like stopped there because I don't believe that all the way anymore. Because the more you kind of say that, the more you kind of like are letting it known that it has to catch up where you are supposed to decide that today this is what it is and keep living in the today, like in that thought, that new like you already have it right now, not in a week or two. So but yeah, that's how I was. And let me hold on and like before I like do my memberships because there's new stuff that I'm learning. um but yeah, I feel like you this for me, it feels like it could go either way. It's all going to depend on how he shows up. And I feel like you're going to definitely be in a really good energy though, because you're showing up as the Queen of Cups. So you're showing up as very compassionate, very comforting, very calm, very emotionally balanced and stable. So I feel like you're going to follow your intuition. If I feel like if he doesn't start to show up in a certain way, you will walk away. But if he shows up in the way that you're wanting, I find that hard to, um, I find it hard for you to just walk away from it. So it kind of really, I feel like right now it's like there's a maybe whether you will or won't. For now, I don't see it happening. I don't. Um, Show me one more. The Ten of Pentacles. Girl, the Four of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles. That's in the outcome. So it feels like even if the middle feels a little crazy, getting to that point, your outcome is still you guys being together. So this for me feels like even if you decided to close out this chapter and walk away from it, you guys will reunite at some point and have that long-term relationship. So that's what I have for you. I hope that makes sense. But it feels like whether you choose, like Spirit is saying, whether you choose to walk away from him or not, like it's still gonna come back to you. Direct reflection of what's being consistent. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, because you know that a lot of times too, what I feel like, and this is why too, I've been like chilling on the readings. I got my one girl because she does the channel readings, and I literally she resonates with me. But I noticed like some people go off of their own emotions, so they're like, well, this person has been asking about this person, it's time to move on because they don't have the willpower to kind of manifest. Or they don't believe in it. I don't know why. So that's why I'm very mindful about who I let read in my energy anymore. Because if you're not a believer in what I believe in, then to me that's really hard um, to see that you can give me accuracy, if that makes sense. Yeah, and you know what your heart like. We can have whatever the fuck we want. That's why you go to like there's some coaches that are very limiting, but then there's coaches that are like, why are you trying to manifest enough knowledge when you can manifest like 10 million? Because we can manifest whatever we want. So yeah, that's my whole thing with that. My whole theory with that. That's why I tell you the readings are just energy to let you know where your like dominant thoughts are at, where your dominant energy is at, and they're a test. Like basically, they're informational, and that's how they always were. Like even my best friend, when I first picked up a deck of cards, because we had I had already been getting spirit downloads since I was younger, but when I picked up the actual tarot deck, I was like, okay, like these readings, like what? And me and my best friend was like, they're just warnings or whatever. Like I will only give people messages if they came to me, but then when I started to actually read for people, she told me she's like, just remember they're just warnings. Things can change. We shift the energy. So yeah. All right. So let me see. Emily, you can go ahead and post. You're welcome, my love. Thank you. So I'm still seeing Colin tomorrow, but he's not sure if he can stay overnight because of some family stuff. Let me see about the other deck. For Emily's spirit. The Emperor is here. The Eight of Swords and the Empress. Does he have kids? Show me the Eight of Swords. I want to say, honestly, I'm getting a maybe. Like, I'm not even getting a straight up yes or no. I feel like there's a maybe. Clarify this Eight of Swords. Yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So I'm gonna say, yeah, it feels like a maybe, Emily. I can't even give you a yes or no. They're not really giving me a straightforward answer. Um, I want to see if I just get one card, a yes or no. Oh my God, the Queen of Swords came out sideways, which is a freaking maybe. So I feel like it's a 50-50% chance that things will work out. Um, but it feels very uncertain right now. I'm sorry, I could wish I could give you like a straightforward answer, but that's what they're giving me. Okay, yeah, I feel like what could happen is like the a change of plans in that like real last minute. Yeah, exactly. All right, I do it. So this is gonna take some time, guys. So I will be here, but I'll probably be quiet throughout the reading. And thank you, Emily. All right, got you, AJ. Yo, that reading was funny. I was definitely entertained. Oh my God, the first message I got, it came out real loud and clear. She said, "I'm working my ass off." For her business. Oh my God, that's crazy. I was waiting to Gail. That's crazy. I just literally, yeah. She feels exhausted today. Like when I say exhausted, like it's my hand feels heavy writing, and I literally just finished a client not that long ago. Um, so I wasn't feeling like this at all. Like my hand, yeah, my arm feels heavy. Um, shit, I thought my phone died. I'm like, I had it on the charger. What the fuck happened? And IJ, thank you for checking up on me. I feel better. Thank God. Because this morning, oh my God, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I can't sleep. Yo, stomach viruses is no joke, and not TMI, but it feels like even if you breathe wrong, you might poop on yourself. Okay, like I was like, yo, this is some bullshit. Yeah, IJ asked me how I was doing yesterday, and I sent him all the gifts of like from Dumb and Dumber. When is it Harry who takes the fucking laxative, whatever, before that date? Larry, Harry. Oh my God, I haven't watched those movies in forever. I might watch those movies this weekend. I got you, man. She could be having pain in her arm because when I tell you, it is a struggle to write for me right now. But we getting there. I'm like halfway through. This is such a random song, but I believe it's Jada. Yeah, I'm sure it's Jada Kiss. That song where he said, they say, I think he has a girl in the chorus and she says KISS. Where is it? KISSING. Oh my God. I feel like if you don't know it, IJ, you know we'll find it. No, it's KIS as me. I swear I said no, bitch. You gonna say this right. But that's a random song, but she did kind of. Oh, it's Mariah Carey. There you go. I'm like, who was the girl in the chorus? See, I couldn't even remember. See, so, because, yeah, something she said here was kind of like mannish, but that's the song that came up um, in my head. So, um, okay, this is a very random word at the end. But, all right, IJ, ready? Oh, wait, let me get your messages. Let me get your messages. I want to pull them first. All right, let's see. My bad, I had to take a call. Well, let me read you your channel, then I'll read your messages. I'll pull your messages. So, yeah, you guys can hear me. I'm working my ass off, and sometimes I feel like I take 20 steps forward and 30 back. I don't want to always be looked at as a strong woman. That just boxes me in. I'm having some sleepless nights and anxiety, but I'm trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Um, but sometimes that's hard. I also know that if I don't get things done, things will fail. I say all this to say that when wait I say all this to say to let you know that when I'm focused on a goal, I'm not the most available person. Sometimes I do go ghost. I hope you understand that. I feel like you get me, and that's something money can't buy. Yes, sometimes I'm way too money and success driven, and you will have to help me balance that. I see this amazing opportunity to have the man of my dreams with you, and I'm not going to let this be a missed opportunity. I look forward to building our future from the ground up, brick by brick. That's when I got that song. Okay, that's when I channeled that song because I was like, that's such a guy thing to say. I know I say it sometimes too, but that's a like I've heard guys say that a lot. I have so many plans and ideas I want to share with you. All I ask is for your unconditional support. Thank you for being you. And then the most random word at the end was sensational. So I don't know what's to that, but then let's do your messages. All right, we have no one compares to you in any way, and I miss you so damn much. Together we are a power couple. I'm calling you very soon. I want your kisses. You are my safe space. You're always on my mind. Texting you soon. And I miss you. So that came out twice in different words, but yeah. So that is what I have for you, IJ. I hope that gives you some clarity. I'm over here. I was doing her chat, and I'm like, "You gonna say anything else, IJ? You're just gonna bitch today?" Say, nah, I'm joking, but that is how the readings go. You never know what's gonna come out. You never know. All right, Diamond, go ahead and post. Damn, Diamond, you made me say like I was like the rest of this month, and I was like, oh my god, what's today's date? We're only on the second day of May. I'm like, we like in the second week of like, did I miss like 2 fucking weeks? Yeah, it's already May, but May just started. All right, general for Diamond. Well, it's not general. It's what's ahead for the rest of this month into June. All right, so what's ahead? What can Diamond expect? What's ahead for the rest of this month into June? All right, you got the lovers. All right, let's see. The Three of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Have you heard from us? The Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune. If you haven't, expect communication from him. Is what I'm getting. I'm getting communication coming in from him. You know, I don't know why Spirit's saying this. He has a chip on his shoulder. Did you ignore him? I'm getting like wanting to work something out with you, right? Like he still feels like, yeah, like the Empress is here with the Emperor. So I'm getting him. I feel like he still be watching you, by the way. And I'm getting like, even if he's not physically doing anything, I think mentally, like he may be like, if you ever like just randomly think about him, or like the like you start missing him, or like wanting to like reach out, I feel like it's because this is the energy he's putting out there. I believe the mind is what manifests like what you tell it. So I feel like he could be just thinking about you, like wondering what you're up to. um I also feel like sometimes he wonders if there's someone else in the picture outside of your husband, but I don't think he'll ever say anything. I'm seeing him feeling impatient coming up, um feeling very like disorganized or overwhelmed because he hasn't heard from you, and even frustration. That's why I think I heard chip on the shoulder, because that's when that two pentacles came out in the reverse. So like he's feeling frustration. I think that he's basically, he came in thinking that things would go his way, and when you showed him that you wasn't playing, now he's like, oh shit, like she's dead serious, I have to show up as someone else. But you got three masculine energies here, so I won't be surprised too if you have some options coming in when it comes to men. You got the King of Cups, the Emperor, and the King of Wands. So outside of him, you could have two other options that come in. I think he's also afraid of you finding someone that matches what you're wanting. Um, the Hermit lets me know that he's in a lot like contemplation. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you're gonna see. I feel like he's gonna reach out. The Three of Cups is here. Yeah, I'm getting him reaching out. I feel like he does. He's gonna. What I'm getting is that he's gonna do this thing with you until he's hopefully ready to come in all the way, where he'll go quiet and then he'll start popping up. It's like almost to remind you of him, so that even if you think about moving on, you can't, because now he's showing up. Does that make sense to you? Because that's what it feels like to me, like someone who's being, I know that seems sneaky, but it's like he doesn't want to miss out on you. It's just complicated. Anything else for Diamond? With the Wheel of Fortune. Show me the Wheel of Fortune. Girl, the King of Pentacles. You got three kings and an emperor here. I'm telling you, I feel like you got options coming in when it comes to like, and this could be like past people or new people coming in, but definitely people coming in. You notice that about, yeah, that's what it feels like. Like he's like, fuck that, I gotta remind her. He doesn't want you to move on, because I think deep down he knows that if you were to move on, that would be it. Yeah, I see some other options coming in too. Anything else in it? The Four of Swords. Not saying that you would take them, because the Four of Swords to me feels like you're kind of contemplating, but there are some new options coming in the near future for sure. So that's what I have for you, Diamond. Yeah, he's gonna try to. He's. I feel like you're gonna hear from him. Honestly, the energy feels really strong. I know that's right, Diamond. If I don't decide on one, yeah, that means that's funny. All right, Jess, you can post. All right, let's see. And thank you, Diamond. If I didn't say thank you, thank you, thank you. What are Jess's parents doing to her? What are Jess's parents doing to her? The Three of Cups in the reverse. Um, do you spend more? You spend more time with your mom, right? So, cause I'm getting, yeah, like I feel like your your dad may feel like I feel like he feels sometimes like he's like three's a crowd because Spirit said three's a crowd. So whichever parent you're closer to or spend more time with or like kind of connect more with, the other one feels like there's a bit of like I wouldn't say disconnect, but they may feel like out of place. Like I know I could give you an example. So like no matter which one of my best friends I'm with, people will literally say like, "Oh, those two are together. That's it." Like, but I feel like a lot of people are like that with me. Like whenever I'm around, like they'll gravitate towards me. So the third person will probably feel a little left out. So, um, okay, so yeah, that makes sense. I feel like with the high priestess, like spirit is saying like some things like are being bottled up inside, some feelings, not resentments, but more so like feelings. But I feel like with the star, there's like he's feeling hopeful because I feel like this is a lot on him. Um, Even if the energy feels a little heavy for him, like he's hopeful that things will clear up, that you guys are gonna be able to like heal this. Um, and that you guys will find like he's being faithful, like he has faith that things are gonna kind of go back to normal or like to a better place. um Show me more. Than him, yeah, that makes sense though. The Six of Wands is here with the Five of Cups. I also feel like he may feel like because I'm getting mostly his energy. I'm not really getting your mom's energy here. So this is just something, Spirit's going to let you know what you need to know. I feel like with the Six of Wands, I feel like the Six of Wands and the Five of Cups, I feel like he feels like a bit regretful or remorseful that he doesn't kind of like give you recognition. So maybe he's in his mind, he's like, damn, I kind of go a little hard on her rather than giving her some praise for like, just being hardworking, being a good daughter. Um, so I feel like he's looking back at the situation a lot deeper than maybe you are. But yeah, he's feeling like a bit regretful that I can't even get the words out because I think he's trying to figure out what to say. Yeah, that makes sense. And I think he knows that. He knows that. Show me more. I'm gonna still try to pull like at least a card on how your mom views you. So I have the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Fool. So I do feel like he's just hopeful that things will die down. Um, Oh, that makes sense. You see, so then he's that. Yeah, that's where that recognition comes in, because that's the thing. When you're dismissive of someone, especially when they're trying to get their point across, it kind of makes them feel like, you know what? Why am I even wasting my time to talk to you? I was just saying how the other day, one of my favorite quotes is, and I forget who said this, but it's that people don't listen to understand, they listen to respond. And basically, it's like instead of just sometimes people got to be quiet and just listen to what the other person is saying so you can understand them. No, they rather respond. And then what happens is miscommunication. So, yeah, so I feel like he's not, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's affected him too, but I feel like he is feeling hopeful that things will die down and eventually things will go back to, or not even back, because I'm getting a new beginning. So like turning to a new page and like things starting off more fresh. I also feel like he's also feeling like he needs to, yeah, be more understanding with you. Tell me more. So he's feeling heavy too. Trust me, he is. The Ten of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. So this tells me that um there will be growth, Jess, and I feel like he's acknowledging that he has to be a little put the work in. So I do feel like he's kind of taking responsibility for the fallout, um, even if it's just internally, because I did have the High Priestess, but I feel like you will know soon. Let me see, how is her mom viewing her? The Knight of Wands. With the Four Cups in the reverse, I do feel like she is more in this acceptance that you're growing up. I see, like, for me, the Knight of Wands is like full of energy, very passionate, um, could be impulsive at times, but very adventurous, very charming, and can be unpredictable. But with the Four Cups in the reverse, I feel like it's a sudden awareness that she has, and she's kind of choosing to be happy. Um, when it comes to your growth, rather than to be in this energy of like worrying, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. You said my mom just, oh, that's so sweet. All right, Gabriela, you can post. I'm trying to think if I should open the donation list for maybe like, nah, I think I'm gonna just close it. Yeah, we could just close it because I wanna watch something at 5. I had so many plans for this week, like, well, not really plan, but like getting stuff done, and I got fucking sick. All right, so I'm curious to think, is this a friend or is this like a possible like romantic interest? So far, this morning it was crazy, but so far since I took some medicine, I've been fine. And then, not to fucking make the matters worse, I get my period yesterday, so I said May was gonna be the best month ever, and it still is. I believe in your strong stomach, you pushing girl. Take the whole fucking stomach away. Okay, okay. Got you, Gabriela. Let's see. And this is for a mini, right? What does AB think of Gabriela? What does he think of her? Right. I'm like, just fucking kill me. Just go ahead. The hangman in the reverse. The justice. The queen of pentacles. The magician. I feel like with the hangman in the reverse, I feel like there was there was a delay. He feels like things were delayed, or like maybe they never took off when it came to you. The justice card here talks about balance, but it also talks about clarity. um Someone that's very honest and truthful, which is how he's viewing you. You're also showing up as the queen of pentacles for him, so I do feel like he views you as someone who's very nurturing, very loving, very beautiful. Maybe even like he can sense that you're very secure with yourself, or he feels like you're very wise, very serious, right? I have the magician, which to me feels like he would still take some action towards you, Gabriela, if the opportunity was there. But with the Knight of Pentacles coming out in the reverse here, I do feel again that stuck feeling, like he's feeling stuck. I'm also getting self discipline. So like if he knows that you're in a relationship, he's choosing not to kind of like tap into that. Because he feels like, even let's just say like he's feeling like, even if I flirt with her, I'm gonna put some work in, but it's not gonna go anywhere. So I'm just not. With the Page of Swords in the reverse, I do feel like you not entertaining him, like Spirit is saying, is a good thing. I don't know if he's like the type of person that like talks a lot, like where he gossips. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know if that's what, like, because that's what it feels like. If someone like gossips or like tells their business, and so now everybody knows that he's like talking to you. So I feel like Spirit is saying that it's a good thing that you didn't, you don't give him any like attention or any kind of play. Anything else? How you view her? I think he normally goes for like easy women. Okay, I think that's what it is, and with you he can't. So show me. Let me see. Yeah, the chariot. Let me see. Let me see. He's a player. Okay, that's fine. Because I'm like, I feel like he goes more towards easy women, and I have the chariot. So for me, this feels like someone who, if he has to put hard work into it, he's just be like, nah, I'm good. So even though you're showing up as very beautiful for him, he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna. I gotta put work into that. So it's a no. Even if he continues, like, let's say he were to try, yeah, he wants it to be easy. Yeah, he has. You could tell. Like I got the Seven of Cups, so this does talk about options, multiple opportunities. So for him, it's like he may see women in general, not you, but I'm saying like in general as a category, he may see women as like there's plenty of them out here. So that's what I have for you, Gabriela. My back is starting to hurt. I don't care. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. And thank you. Oh, he did. Oh my God, that's crazy. I wonder. Now I want to see what he posted. Yo, just it's been crazy. A strong soldier for sure. I did not ask God to be on his stronger soldiers this year, but I guess he gave me a break last year, so you're welcome, Gabriela. He said you got a break last year. It's time. It's you back on the strongest soldiers list. All right, guys. I may or may not come back on later, but I'll try to come back on tomorrow. So I will see you guys. Take care and enjoy the rest of your Friday if I don't see you again. Bye.